back, you bunch of weirdos. This is me, Manchester United career mode. And guys, get hyped, because in the last episode, we brought in Kostas Manolas, the Greek wall himself. It was very close between him and Aymeric Laporte, but I just want to test out Manolas, see if his more advanced pace and agility can help me out in a very, very rugged and tough Premier League. Now, in this episode, we're still in the transfer window, but we got one game up against Bournemouth and another one up against our fierce rivals, Liverpool. And as you can see right now, we can't afford to drop points. We are tied with Spurs and Chelsea at the top of the table, 50 points apiece, with Man City lurking 5 points behind. Oh, it is going to be a nipple biter, and I'm going to drop an even bigger bombshell on you right now. If you see this roster right here, Ronaldo, Lewandowski, Depay, Herrera, Rooney, Pogba, Manolas, Smalling, Florenzi, Shaw, and De Gea, one of these players will not be a Manchester United player by the end of this episode. Do you know? I feel like if you've been watching this series, especially this season and the past couple of episodes, I think you'll know which player is probably going to be leaving, but you have to tune in and find out later in this episode, because this is the big boys. As you can see, poor Bournemouth. Actually, you're going to see right here, Bournemouth did well to stay up in their first season, and in the second season, halfway through, they're not doing all too bad. As you can see, they're at the 28-point mark, and in 11th place, so well, in a little golf clap for Bournemouth over here. They get one more win or two more draws, they get that mystical 30-point mark. They're probably safe again, so a good little story right here. And another good little story is Kostas Manolas is going ahead and be slotting in ahead of John Stones in this match, give him his debut up against theoretically a weaker team on paper. You've already seen the lineup here, but you guys know me. It's these small teams that give me the wiggles. You know, it's these bogey teams. It's a little bit of the Louis Van Gaal syndrome. He's got a great record up against the top four. He still has it. But it's against the smaller teams that he tends to struggle with. And as you can see right here, it's good to see all these players that have been injured. Looking at the roster, you see like Mings and like Callum Wilson. It's like, yeah, man, Bournemouth is doing pretty well. All things considered, they had so many people hurt. They're still in it, and it's good to see all of them back. I wish Bournemouth all the most. So it's like, I'm a casual fan of them, I must say. But now we have to go ahead and take them out back and hit them with the weed whacker. And oh my god, Callum Wilson's still dangerous. Ever dangerous right here. And then it'll be Lewandowski. Lewandowski, can he get something going right here? Finds it to Wayne Rooney, and as you can see right there, my battery levels are going too low. And that's probably why I couldn't hit the shoot button quickly enough. And now we're going to play it back to Andre Herrera. Who was he do? Does a little fake shot. Does it to defenders. He broke them. He broke both of their ankles. And oh my god, what a goal. He hit him with that like b-ball crossover right there. Did you see that? Did you see that? How many ankles were broken? Lewandowski come through. Not exactly. Lewandowski hasn't exactly been lighting the world on fire. He had two absolutely cracking goals early on in the season, and then ever since he's been up and down, missing a lot of sitters, missing a lot of one-on-ones. Don't take your chances on one side. You give up points on the other. And then what was I telling you guys? 62nd minute. It's not totally game over, but late, well, about midway through the second half right here. Just look at this, and oh, Kevin Manolas, I can pardon you a little bit. I can pardon you a little bit because, you know, as you're new to the team and all, but come on, this is Bournemouth. No offense to Bournemouth, but you got to do better. You got to do better, my son. And in the 68th minute, could we get something going? Trying to unlock this defense. Lewandowski playing over to Ronaldo, who fires! And fires it wide. Come on, Ronaldo, you got to do better right there. Now Polly Pogs, pulled in from distance, but Rio, the keeper for Bournemouth, is up to the task now. Messi going ahead and firing pot shots. This was good on, I have to give credit where credit is due. Bournemouth were putting up a really sticky defense, holding us, so only taking pot shots from distance, but then just too much mental strain in the 81st minute. Sermon going ahead. As you can see right there, he does get the ball, but if you watch his right knee, it actually bangs into the shin of Wayne Rooney before he gets the ball, so it's a clear-cut penalty. I'm not chipping it down the middle. We take a calm, cool, collected with Cristiano Ronaldo, who goes ahead and does our patented penalty. And oh my god, I've been missing a lot of penalties lately, so this was an absolute, I was on nerves, but we go ahead and get it past the keeper of Bournemouth right there, getting his 7th goal in the Barclays Premier League. A mediocre return for someone of the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo. But come on, He's 31, guys. Give him a little bit of a break. And now, as you can see right there, can we go ahead and push on for the winner? 85th minute, Paulie Pogba getting it over to Lionel Messi. Messi lays it off to Wayne Rooney. He was the architect of the first goal, putting it back to Paulie Pogba, who fires a shot at a wicked deflection off a Cook. And Paulie Pogba has returned. And Paulie Pogba gets his first goal back in Manchester. Look at him. He looks magnificent in that 42. Pogba, who has been relatively quiet since his return, all of a sudden pops up. And what a deflection, a fortuitous deflection. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And this time, Paulie Pogba was both, and he is the hero. I think we've forgiven him. I don't think anyone's ever really been mad at Paul Pogba for leaving, but whoever was kind of, a little bit pissy about it, I'm pretty sure we got over it. We got over it right there. His first goal in the Barclays Premier League, and hopefully more to come. This is just the beginning for him, and now Marcus Rashford in it. Fortuitous bounce, finds Messi. Messi plays Rashford in, and unfortunately cannot continue his tepid scoring record. He only plays in bunches, but when he does, he scores in bunches, I must say. And there we go. What a comeback, lads. That is what we need. Remember, we couldn't afford to drop 80 points in this tight, just like Donald Trump butthole tight race for the premiership. Oh, so tight. So freaking tight right here. We're training on Florenzi, trying to get him to an 80, but now we're in the transfer window, and we are about to say Avita to one of the giants of modern football. I made it no secret that I am not the biggest fan of Robert Lewandowski. A phenomenal player. He's been good in spots, but it's that lack of pace. Pace isn't everything, but in this, high-press, counter-attacking football, I need a player that can kind of create his own chances. And when Robert Lewandowski has been one-on-one, he hasn't been clinical enough, so we are going to go for a straight swap between him and Antoine Griezmann. Griezmann offers a lot more flexibility. Can play on the right wing, can play in the cam position, can play striker. I like him. I love him. I love him a lot. And another player that we're going in for is this man right here. Alen Halilovic of FC Barcelona, one of the highest rated potential players in the game. And oh my goodness, we were trading out, and this is going to pain me because I do very much like this player. He's done so much. He's basically accomplished everything that you could possibly dream of as a professional footballer. And that man, of course, is Bastian Schweinsteiger. Bastian Schweinsteiger is a great player, but unfortunately, he's injury prone. He's getting up there in age, 32 years, and his lack of pace, once again, is a little bit hindrance on the counter, and we don't. Another reason why I want to bring in Alen Halilovic and trade out Bastian Schweinsteiger is we have a lot of great center mids, we have a lot of great central defensive mids, but we don't really have that player to kind of unlock the defense, like an Eden Hazard or a David Silva. And I think Alen Halilovic can be that tool in the shed that we don't possess on this team to go ahead and unlock really, really crafty defenses. Now we're in the transfer. No, we're in the press conference. What I'm even talking about. And am I going to talk shit about Jurgen Klopp? No, Jurgen Klopp is Jose's homie. You mark my words. They're going to get along fine. He's going to hate Arsene Wenger, and he's going to hate Pep Guardiola, but him and Klopp, they're going to get along. And as you can see right there, they want a little bit more. They already know that Robert Lewandowski, he just isn't that clinical enough. But I also want a backup plan, and I went for the audacious right here. I put in an offer because I know Lewandowski wants to go to Real Madrid. It's probably the most logical place that is going in. So if we're going to go him, we're going to go ahead and go in for Gareth Bale. Now Gareth Bale and Antoine Griezmann, both of them have been rumored to come to Manchester United. So they're fairly, they've been rumored more than Lewandowski. So it actually makes sense in my heart. So as you can see right there, both of them, except we're going to go ahead and give them an important first team. Another reason why I'm dropping Lewandowski off of the team is I want to develop Anthony Martial and Rashford. I think we have a very, very strong core of young strikers in here, and the fact that we're bringing in, that we have such a huge talent in front of them kind of hinders their development. You can argue, oh, Antoine Griezmann's going to do the same thing, but no, we can move Antoine Griezmann out on the right wing, we can move him out on the left, we can even play a little bit of cam. That is why, and we can still develop and get Martial and Rashford minutes, and that is why I'm going for that. Same thing with Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale can play pretty much anywhere across that front three. He can even play a little bit further back. He started life as a fullback. We could probably play him as a fullback. And there we go. They want a straight up swap for him. And we're going to see which one of them. I'm going to offer both of them important first team and see which one is more humble. But That was a little bit of a surprise. All three of them, except we're first going to go ahead and accept this offer for Alen Halilovic. Straight up swap for Bastian. Thank you for all that you have done, Mr. Bastian. Hopefully you can see out a magnificent career in Atletico Madrid. Not a bad place to go to retire, in Spain, in Madrid of all places. So go ahead, have some papas. And we're going to go ahead and bring in Alen Halilovic right here. Well, actually, no, he's going to Barcelona. What am I even talking about? Barcelona, also beautiful. And as you can see right there, magnificent high agility dribbling stats right here. And then here's the tough decision. Gareth Bale or Antoine Griezmann. I struggled for a real long time. I was so close to bringing in Bale, but at the end of the day, I brought in Antoine Griezmann just for the fact that I kind of like the cut of his jib a little bit more. I don't think we need that powerhouse, right winger, or I've just heard so many great things about this player, and I've never actually used him before, and I think we're going to go ahead, bring him in now, see how he works out. If he doesn't work out, there's still other mountains to capture, to conquer in the future. Bale can be a long-term target right now, but I just don't think. We have Cristiano Ronaldo, we have Messi. There's no reason to bring in Bale. If we bring in him, then we're going to be pushing. It's going to be the same thing all over him. We're going to be pushing out, Montiel. We're going to be pushing out Rashford down the totem pole, and they're not going to be able to develop. They're just not going to be able to get the minutes. So by bringing in Antoine Griezmann, the big thing about him was he could play a little bit of cam. And that's where I can kind of fit him in. That's how I justified it more than bringing in a Bale, because I don't really see Bale as kind of like a cam type player. As you can see, Liverpool right here, very interesting. It seems that they have gotten rid of Philippe Coutinho. I remember seeing it in the transfer papers earlier that Coutinho was a little bit unsettled. But if you looked at that roster right there, they haven't really restocked since the Luis Suarez or getting rid of Coutinho, so right now, this is not the strongest Liverpool side that they could possibly have, if I'm going to be honest. Now, Antoine Griezmann getting his start in this game right here. Hopefully, he can show me some things about my body that I didn't even know, but look at this. Pogba, usually, that's the CPU's ball 9 times out of 10, but Pogba, look at that strength, actually pushes the defender off of the ball. Great hold-up play, getting his teammates involved. Plays it to Rooney, plays it to Montiel. Montiel plays it back to him. Oh my God! What an absolute firecracker! And the two Frenchmen link up. The cop goes silent. What an absolute firecracker! 2 goals in 2 games for Mr. Polypods. And oh my freaking goody goodness, he really is. He really is. I mean, in that first game, I was like, I don't see what the hype about Pogba is. I mean, he's pretty good, but look at this. This is all from Pogba. Remember, if he doesn't outmuscle that defender, that's getting cleared out of bounds. We never get this attack right here. We probably even lose possession, but Pogba. This is all Pogba. That just showcased every single thing that he could do. He could play defense, he could run down the ball, he could be a striker, and he can absolutely bang him in. Polypog's best midfielder in the world currently right now. There's a couple more people that might have something to say about that, but now Divock Origi comes inside. Look at him absolutely rip apart our defense right there. Great little starter step, and actually does in our defenders, but now we had to get that second goal in this game. I wasn't feeling comfortable. I talked a lot of shit in the meeting. Actually, that was really nice to Jurgen Klopp, but I knew that Liverpool is still a very talented side. Now Lionel Messi cuts inside to Wayne Rooney, and Manolas is there, and penalty. Ref! He didn't even touch the ball! How was that? Referee. But now as you see, 85th minute, Rashford winning the ball away, and unselfishly slotted across to Cristiano Ronaldo, but it falls, but a terrible clearance by Alberto, and Halilovic is there, arriving, Johnny on the spot, right when you need him, and the Croatian magician going ahead and scoring on his debut. A lot of Old Trafford, well, no, this isn't Old Trafford, but a lot of Manchester United transfers scoring very, very early on, going ahead and fitting right in. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. We have a lot of youngsters, and we have a lot of great center midfielders, a lot of beef. We got Nagolan, we got Pogba, we got Bazor, we have a freaking Dele Alli, but we don't have this type of player, a type of player that can just absolutely dribble through and unlock defenses like a David Silva, like an Eden Hazard, and this is what I hope that this little special Croatian can bring to this team. When times are tough, when defenses are hard, he's going to be the one that can go ahead and be that one to kind of slither through and snake his way through and unlock the defense from the inside. And let's go ahead, can he get, oh my goodness, look at Lionel Messi, absolutely does steals the lunch money of the defender, and he is going for the cheeky chips, but Mignolet stayed home. Oh, it's been so long since I've hit a chip. I had to go for it. I'm sorry. I probably could have powered that in easily, but we were up 2-0. I wanted to have a little fun. And once life, you don't have a little fun in a while. That is some life lessons with Manolas right there. Anyway, that is going to go ahead and conclude this match. As you can see, a little bit tighter than you would have suspected. They only had 3 shots with 2 shots on target. We actually had the lion's share of the possession. I actually mixed up my tasks. I've been playing around with a couple of things, and we did well. Absolutely battering Liverpool. 7 shots on target, and 2 goals. Could have been more if I wasn't, being a little bit cheeky at the end right here, but a result that I would like. What an episode. Pogs getting 2 goals, Alan Halilovic getting onto the score sheet as well, and all things seem to be firing. I like the cut of our jib. We have gotten past the transfer window, and I am confident. I am very, very confident. I'm not going to say that we're going to win the treble right here, but I'm fairly confident that with this roster, everything just kind of fits together. It feels right this time. The construction of this roster is finally complete. For now, it's always a never-changing process. But anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Hopefully you guys liked the new players that we brought in, the players that we brought out. I apologize if those were your favorites, but that's how it's going to be sometimes, guys. Anyway, my name's EP16. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Remember to stay yourself, stay humble, be weird.